Alright, what is up guys, Poek here with UUPL Finals. I'm versus Sacri, a really good accomplished player in the UU community. By the time this battle was going on, his record was like 8-0, which is really impressive. So I was really excited to play this match. I'm gonna be using a team my boy TK made for me. As you guys know, I'm awful at building, so what you gonna do, right? It's CM, Moonblast, Ice Beam, Softball Cafebo with enough speed to outspeed Fast Conkeldurr, because that's a really big threat in the UU tier. Yeah, you cannot really do much against it unless you lure it. So yeah, like with the speed that I'm running on Clefable, I'm able to at least switch on a facade. Get he gets like 75% off of me, but at least I can outspeed it and knock it out with a Moonblast. So yep, that's the counterplay. There's not much else, guys. Like Conkeldurr is borderline broken. So next up we have Life or Nidoqueen, kinda bulky, but it is modest max special attacks. So with rocks, standard. Next up we have Bandit Scissor, which works really well with the Keldeo I have here, which is a Scarf. You can trap the Ladias, things like that. Unfortunately, he has an Amoonguss, which it's really gonna make things harder. So, yep, standard Bandit Scissor. Electrium's the Ladias, which is not gonna get much use in this battle, even though it can lure the Toekis, but everyone knows about this set at this point, so yep. Standard defensive Mandibles with U-turn, Foul Play Roost, and Scarf Keldeo with Hydro, Secret Sword, Icy Wind, Scald. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Sacri is gonna lead off with the Blastoise, and this is something I expected. My team doesn't really deal with Blastoise that well, outside of maybe Keldeo and Mandibus. But the thing is, my Keldeo is Scarf, so it's not really gonna damage the Blastoise. And everything else kinda loses to Blastoise, honestly. So the only thing that can take a hit here is Mandibus, which is why I'm going to lead off with it. Blastoise doesn't ever run Ice Beam. Well, sometimes it does, but the most common set is Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, and Spin. So I was very confident in Mandibus taking these hits. It was my only counterplay really, because it doesn't get to hit KO by any of those moves. But even though it doesn't get to hit KO, it can actually get hacked, which isn't like uncommon at all, because Water Pulse is a really good move. So I'm trying to get out of this without any harm on my Manduo. So let's see how it goes. He Mega Evolves, goes right for the Water Pulse. Thankfully I'm able to get a Foul Play off. I'm able to get the Roost off. Yup. My next step is gonna get back up to full and start foul playing again. I'm gonna foul play here. He's gonna make a good play and go to Toekis. Here I was like, maybe his C move, weakness berry like Charty, God knows. But my only play here is to try and snap out of the Air Slashes. The thing, even though he's like he has the odds to flinching me more than me trying to snap out. The odds decrease every time he goes for the Air Slash, so I'm trying to U-turn eventually, but that doesn't seem to be the case, as I'm gonna be flinched twice. No problem, it's a common side with Toekis, so yeah. I'm gonna be forced to take damage with my Ladias, which isn't what I wanted, but it is what it is, right? Here I'm gonna make a double into Scissor, either predicting the Metagross or the Crocodile to wanna come in. But I was like I was predicting the Metagross more than the Crocodile because he doesn't know my set yet. I could be bluffing the Electrium Z and go for the Z Draco and Oko the Crocodile. I could also be Specs, so yeah, I predicted the Metagross to wanna come in, and this is very good for me because I'm able to pursue trap this Metagross, which means that my Clefable is a big threat right now because my moveset, as I said before, it's CM Moonblast Ice Beam, which can damage the Among Us properly. If I get something to sleep, he pretty much loses to Clef, so there's that. Here I'm gonna go to Mandibus because he can tank the Spore. He makes a really good play, makes a double into Togekiss. Doesn't matter, I'm trying to snap out again. Trying to not get any damage, any more damage on my Latias, but again, Togekiss does what it does best, so I'm gonna be forced to go to my Latias again, take damage here. Here I'm gonna make a double, predicting the Crocodile at this point because I'm either recovering or yeah, it was really low odds of me, like if I was Choice Specs or Draco C, I don't know what it's called, C Draco basically. There were really low odds of me going for it there, so I was predicting him to predict me to not go for any of these moves or just be like Electric Z and go to his Crocodile in order to pursue trap me. I see through this and go hard into my Keldeo as it works out pretty nicely. I got it right, and then I'm gonna double here into my Scizor. Reason being is that it covers both Latias and if it's not Choice Specs SP Fire, of course, it covers both Latias and Amoon. This means that if he goes Latias, he's in risk of being pursuit trapped, and if he goes Among Us, it's safer for me than doubling into Mandibus to get health back because he could have gone into Latias and that could KO my Mandibus at the range it's at. So yeah, this covered both options, and even if he happened to go to Among Us, I can just U-turn safely because U-turn is a good move. It allows me to get health back on my Mandibus. He doesn't really have a switch into U-turn. He could probably have gone into Togekiss there, but it's a really hard play. You could lose the game if you went Togekiss right there. So there's that. I'm gonna go for the U-turn again, and he shows the Nasty Plot. Here I was like, why Nasty Plotting though? Maybe he and he doesn't have an item, so here I could throw a Banded Bullet Punch and pretty much merc something. Blastoise doesn't really run any bulk these days, so weakening it will be very nice for me. But the thing is, he didn't show his item, so I was very scared of him being a Babiri Berry set, which doesn't really look too bad here. Like, he's kinda weak to Scizor, so it would make sense. So I'm gonna go to Maladias. Here I don't make the double again. I don't think I needed to, honestly. I'm gonna go for the recover here. The reason being is that I can potentially leave a knockoff from Scarf Crook and recover, and then be at like 51% and get out of there. So yep, the roll was like 71 to 84, so it was really high. Like, the odds were in my favor of leaving this knockoff, and if he happened to go for the pursuit, I will leave it and go for the recover and be threatening to his team. So unfortunately he's gonna go for the knockoff and get the rolls, so my Latias goes down. But I made sure when I made that play that even if he got the roll, I could win this game, because rocks really hurt his team a lot, and I need to get them back. I need to get them up at ASAP, so in order to win this game. So I'm just gonna go to my Neoqueen, set up the rocks. I don't need any damage on this Crocodile, like I said. I don't need any damage on this crocodile. Like everything KOs it regardless. So I'm just gonna go to my Keldeo, get this opportunity to get my scarf knocked off, which means I can switch up moves against this team. Like I didn't really need the scarf for all that like maybe Ladias, but Ladias doesn't take any damage from Keldeo, so I'm just gonna take this opportunity to get knocked off. Be a threat now. Just gonna go for the skull here, fish for the burn, which I fortunately get it on the Mungus. Here I was like, if I go Mandibus, that could be annoying for him, because I could foul play something and damage it. Like Poek is with Rocks Up and he doesn't have an item. God knows if he has Roost even, so foul play could be very annoying for him to face right now. So I'm gonna try to make a sick prediction, which doesn't work out very well, and yeah, I'm gonna go for the Secret Sword on the Mungus, predicting the Blastoise to wanna come in, or Toekis. No, not Toekis, basically just Blastoise. It doesn't work out very well, but I can go to my Nidoqueen. I don't need it anyway, and it covered the Toekis or whatever. I can just damage the Mungus so that my Keldeo is a threat later on. Gonna double into my Mandibus, predicting the... Not predicting the Crocodile, actually, was predicting... I don't know what I was predicting, honestly. But yeah, I'm just... Yeah, like what? Where did I go, Mandibus? U-turn... Oh yeah, I was predicting the Crocodile, right, because I had my life orb knocked off. I was predicting the Crocodile to wanna come in because like he doesn't need health on his Crocodile at all, and I got my life orb knocked off, so wouldn't kill the Crocodile and he could pursue trap me. So I did want Nidoqueen as a sack for later on, which is gonna be clutch. So yeah, I was onto some next level shit right there. Like, I don't think many people would have predicted the Crocodile, honestly, but yeah. I'm just gonna go to my Keldeo here after he knocked off my Mandibus. Here it's a free Icy Wind. The crit, I don't think it mattered other than like it allowed me to click Secret Sword here and kill the Metagross, which means that my Clefable is freed, so it's a really big threat here. Here he's gonna go to Crocodile. I don't really get it because it's a prediction game. I have my Mandibus in the back, which is really threatening to his team right now. It could get any damage on the foul play and Earthquake. If you Earthquake here and I go to Mandibus, he loses a lot of momentum. So I predicted him to either double to Blastoise or Ladias. And I go for the Secret Sword. It happens that he goes for the Pursuit. I don't get this play because even if I switched out, my Keldeo would have been at like 2% and would have lived everything. So yeah, maybe he was looking forward to like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really get this play, but it happens to work out for me and I get rid of the Crocodile, so that's amazing. Here I'm just gonna sack my Keldeo. I see win the Ladias because I don't want him to CM up on me and me not be able to range kill it at all. So I'm just gonna go for the Icy Wind, nice and safe. Trying to sack this. Happens that he goes for the Calm Mind, so yeah. This is really good for me because I can now go to my Scizor and freely go for the U-turn. Here I could have gone for the Pursuit and kill this Ladias, but the thing is, I was scared of a potential Babiri Togekiss setting up on me and winning the game from the get-go, because if I was locked to Pursuit there, he would win with Togekiss, going for the Nasty Plot. So yeah, there's your analysis. So he just stays in, predicting the Pursuit, trying to get some damage off. No worries. I'll go to my Clefable here. He goes to Togekiss. I try to snap out like twice again, but Togekiss does what it does best. So yeah, I was trying to get some Ice Beam damage off so that I can knock it out with Bullet Punch, if he happened to be Berry, of course. And I just sacked the Nidoqueen which was very key. As you can see, having the Neo Queen as a sack really helped me to get my Caesar back in. So yeah, I'm just gonna BP here, like I have no other play. Even if it was Babiri, then congrats, I guess. But because he switched out, it means that he wasn't Babiri, thankfully. So yep, I'm gonna switch out my Scizor because I can U-turn on the Blastoise and then put it in range of Bullet Punch. Happens that he doesn't even to hit KO my Mandible, so I can get Foul Play damage off. No need to go for the Roost here, that will risk the confusion and things like that. I can just Bullet Punch here twice because, as I said, Blastoise doesn't run any bulk these days, so it doesn't leave to Bullet Punch at this range, and it's gonna be a really good game, Sacri. So yeah, I'm really proud of how I played this game. The Nidoqueen, keeping the Nidoqueen as a sag was very clutch, and yeah, stay tuned for some World Cup games. I'm playing for Spain, obviously. I think I'm gonna play not this weekend, but the next weekend every game. I think, like, I have already 2 games scheduled for the 24 and 25, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna try to record every single one of my games. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys later.